Ladies and gentlemen, it's Titoclock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Titoclock. It's Tito James here with the rest of the gang, and we're broadcasting to you live all the way through till 6 p.m. It's time to say hello to a few people out there, but before we do that, I think it's very important to just greet one of our own. Hey, happy birthday to Z over there. Z, not X. Mag-wave ka naman dyan, Pao. Just stick your hand out. There you go. Happy birthday, Pao. So one of our teams celebrating the birthday today. So happy birthday to you. Meron pang tacos dito. It's not free plug. This is official birthday food. Tacos from around the corner. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, the whole team here is present. We're live in the Titoclock studios, coming at you from Makati City to wherever you might be right now. That could be anywhere in this wide world of ours because of the internet. Nothing new about that, right? So let's say hi again to the regulars, starting with June Oliva. First up there, Mayan. Second, Chris Williams. Mayan's twice, so be kind of nice. We got Toto out there. We got Dana Surigao. Wow, is that really your name? Surigao. Nice. It's not spelled the same way as Surigao, but close enough. JP De Jesus, Boho Soriano, Josephine Vasquez, Kenzie Martin, Aldrin Monterio, Silk Phillips, Josephine Vasquez, and Tristan Reazo. Okay, I'm reading on this side of the screen, so I think we've done that pretty much. So let's make way for the rest of the show. We've got a big one lined up for you as normal. It's just our little chance to get together on Friday, to wrap up what happened in the week, on a little chat, do a little Ask Me Anything, do some Free Plug Fridays, and of course, end with a humongous raffle. You can see the raffle dog already making his way through, checking out. He smells the tacos, so he's coming in just to see what's going on. Yep, he's here. The little Balimbing is here. Yep, he's coming. He's begging for food. Okay, we'll deal with that later on. In the meantime, let's get Chris here to bring us up to date with the latest in what's happening out there with the latest in headlines. Chris, what you got there, Chris?
Hello, Tito James. Greetings and salutations to my fellow Titoclockers. Happy first Friday of the Love Month. This is Chris, and here is your Titoclock news. The National Economic Development Authority, chaired by President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., has approved the construction of the University of the Philippines Philippine General Hospital Cancer Center, making it the first public-private partnership project of the Marcos Jr. administration. Malacanang said the 6 billion peso hospital will have a lot area of 3,000 square meters to be located within UP-PGH campus in Manila. The facility will have 300 beds, half are charity beds, while the other 150 are private beds. It will also have 15 to 20 floors, 350 parking spaces, 1,000 square meter of commercial space, and an area for 3 linear accelerators or LINAC bunkers. To establish the Cancer Center, the government will solicit from the public through bid submission under a 30-year Build, Operate, Transfer or BOT arrangement. The UP-PGH private partner is given concession to finance, build, and operate a project over a fixed term, after which the project will be returned to the public. Farm gate prices of onions have dropped amid the arrival of imported onions in the Philippines, an agriculture group said today. Samahang Industriya ng Agrikultura or SINAG, President Rosendo So said prices of white onions have dropped to 70 to 90 pesos per kilo from a high of 700 pesos last December. Farmers, however, are hurt due to the low farm grade prices of the commodity, which adversely affect their income, said James Ramos, administrator of the Facebook page Onion Farmers Philippines. He said farmers were not consulted ahead of the importation of onions. They are calling on the DA for a possibility of studying the importation of onions properly and consult with the farmers before approving importation. Ramos added that the president's program of not allowing imports would have been nice, but in the DA, whoever sits at the top, there seems to already be a corrupt system inside. Ramos also said he wishes the government would provide more help to farmers like him. EJ Obiena secured his third podium finish in as many tournaments to start the year after bagging bronze in the Mondo Classic in Uppsala, Sweden on Thursday, February 2, which is Friday, February 3, Manila time. Obiena cleared a season best 5.91 meter as he reached behind the world record holder Armand Duplantis of Sweden and Casey Lightfoot of the United States to follow up on his gold in France and silver in Germany over the past week. The Asian record holder attempted to breach the 6-meter mark for the first time but recorded back-to-back fouls at the height. Obiena then saved his final try for 6.05 meters only to hit the bar on his way up. With hardly no surprise, Duplantis ruled his own event and claimed his first gold medal of the year after hurdling a world-leading mark of 6.10 meters. Meanwhile, Lightfoot clinched silver with 5.91 meters, edging Obiena for second place by a countback after clearing the height in 2 vaults. 17-year-old dancer and content creator Niana Guerrero is nominated for Nickelodeon's Favorite Asian Creator, according to an Instagram post by Nick Asia, which Niana reposted on her Instagram stories. Her fellow nominees are Akil Zulkifli from Malaysia, Jen Halilintar from Indonesia, and Hikakin from Japan. The Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards is an annual slime-filled event that honors kids' favorite in television, film, music, and sports. Fan voting is now open online with the ceremony happening on March 8. Niana is one of the Philippines' top content creators. Her videos have garnered her 37.6 million followers on TikTok and 15 million YouTube subscribers. Some of her many memorable moments on the internet includes doing the viral dance from Wednesday and dancing with GOT7's JB. That's the latest from Titoclock News. And nothing left to do but brace ourselves for this week's dose of sweet potatoes, brought to us by Kamote Corner.
Is that getting longer? It feels like it's getting longer.
You only feel that way because you are you're
Patience is
getting
getting
nervous all the
shorter, I
time.
guess, maybe, right?
It's the
Okay,
same.
okay.
It's the same thing.
Okay, Chris. Look at this beggar. My God, this beggar. Kanina pa itong beggar na to.
The
Just
attention
because
seeker is
this
there. Hi, Rocket.
Don't stop. Okay, you wanna be my comfort dog during this? You want?
I think
Okay, let's
so.
be my
Yeah,
comfort
you need
dog.
him. You
Mhm.
will need him for this one. All right. Ready when you are, Tito James. Let's look at the first one. This is called An Overtaker with Wang Wang. Not sure if we can watch it with the sound. But yeah. So
Nako po.
actually I think this vehicle also has his own Wang Wang.
So yeah, so he's on the bike lane now, tapos nagwa
Yeah.
pa. Okay.
That's true.
Even
That's right.
Rocket's looking away in disgust. He's like, take this. Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Yun, VIP talaga yun. Ayaw trigger.
Yeah.
Alright, solid. Yeah. Go Rocket.
What do you think, Rocket?
Ay, Monster Energy. Sabay. Parang gano'n. Galing. Ayaw. Kuya.
High up indeed.
You know, this is really my absolute. I guess if I boil it down, it's probably the thing I hate the most on the road because it just creates a culture of complete, creates a hierarchy, it creates anarchy because
Correct.
people feel so disrespected. Wait, don't do that. He's scratching on the newly renovated stuff because he wants tacos. Okay, next.
Relax ka lang daw kasi. Speaking of scratching, the next one is called Scratch and Run or No Winning. I wouldn't call it a hit and run. So this biker right here actually scratched this vehicle.
God, going counterflow.
Yes. So I think there's another angle. And you
Yeah.
will see the photo. There you go. So
And then
there, he just ran. He went even faster after scratching the the car.
that's getting my blood boiling already. Oh man, naka-counterflow pa, right? He's
Yep.
already counterflowing on a major road, on a road that he's not even supposed to be on, even if he's going
Right.
the correct direction. And then scratch pa, tapos hit and run pa.
Yep.
My God.
And shout out also to the biker right behind him.
Why? What did he do? Did he? Did he?
No, nothing. It's just that there's another bicyclist right
Yeah.
behind him. So doing the same thing,
Oh my
but didn't
God.
scratch.
This bugs me so bad. This is just. Uh, I'm not gonna say anything anymore because I can't think of anything nice to say. So let's just
There's,
move on. Na lang.
there's no words for this, Tito James.
There's not. There's none that's fit for broadcast if you want to put out there.
That's
But
true. That's true.
what's the
Okay.
client probably get shut down by Facebook right now.
All right. The next one is not a coding hack, but let's see it. Coding ng Wednesday, huwag tularan.
Oh
Very
my.
good, ate.
So did Ate actually? Oh my God! Actually
Yep.
posted.
Yeah, I actually posted it. I don't know if it's just for likes or what.
Again, it doesn't matter. At this point, it doesn't matter because you fall under the bomb joke sort of thing,
True.
where you're promoting something that's against the law. It's
Mhm.
it's it's just wrong. I mean, you're just setting a really really bad example. So then, what you're gonna say later on? Oh, it's just joking. How
Nope.
does everyone else know that? I mean, yeah, okay, you say wag tularan, ha ha ha, but fine, it's still said. If that's the case, just don't post it because you're
Setting
actually
an
setting a
example.
really bad example and a culture of people who just don't care anymore. There's just
True.
zero respect for the law, and yeah, that you just turned it into a joke. So I wonder if she got grief for doing this. Probably.
Ay, nako, ate.
Anyway,
Whoever Seppi is. Putting shame to his or
that's
her
what the
name.
tacos, right? Mm.
Buti na lang may tacos ka dyan. Sana all. Happy birthday, pal. Anyway, the next one is not for the faint of hearts. So, ready yourself, Tito James, because this is a bad collision between a bus and a motorcyclist
Mm. I think I've
with
seen this.
Alcaz.
Yeah, this is not for the faint of heart. Look away now. I wonder if the motorcyclist survived because, yeah, he
They
wasn't
did.
hit head on, right? So you can see that. Oh, I can't see from here, but X is saying in the back that yes, he did. But look at the bus. I wonder if people in the
True.
bus. One dead. One
Oh,
dead.
wow.
Okay, now, oh man. All right, I cannot keep quiet about because
All
I
right,
don't know
here we go.
if is here, etc. But obviously, the motorcyclist was just all over the road. And the bus looked like it was going a little fast, but it's hard to really. I don't like to. I don't want to sort of use my opinion here because unless you actually know what the bus driver's speed was, you're
Mhm.
insinuating also something that you don't really know for sure. But what we can see for sure is that this motorcyclist came from the wrong side, came across,
Mhm.
didn't check behind him. Bus is coming, can't stop. But what's going to happen here is the bus driver is going to get locked up, especially if
Right.
if the motorcyclist died, right? Okay, in this case, the motorcyclist didn't die, but the bus driver will probably still get locked up for reckless imprudence, resulting in either homicide or
Mhm.
injury. I'm not sure how it affects his passenger, but the thing is, we've talked about it so many times in the show. This is a law that is so antiquated, so old, needs to be revisited, needs to be amended or abolished altogether because it allows and it actually rewards stupidity like this. Because this is pure recklessness and stupidity and irresponsibility. And our law actually allows for it and even incentivizes it through what they call the last clear chance of avoidance. These
Oh, wow.
all go hand in hand because in another country, they would be able to say this guy came illegally from, he didn't check his mirrors, he just came in and he caused the accident. So that's
Right.
how it works everywhere else in the world, right? So no, not the
So we're
biker is at fault, Cecile. Not also. He's 100% at fault here, because we don't know what the speed limit on this road. We don't know what the bus was doing. But the fact that this
Yes.
guy just turned here without, he didn't
Without
give it.
looking.
Yeah, it was unsafe. Okay, so the
Oh,
rider didn't make it, right? So what's going to happen here is that bus driver is going to be deaf. The rider's deaf, not dead. Sorry, the
oh.
deaf. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so if the rider's deaf, didn't hear the bus, because the bus, I've heard this video offline, and it was the bus was beeping and making all sorts of noise. Okay, so
Probably.
regardless, it is the fault of the motorcycle rider, right? Deaf or not, blind, doesn't matter. It's his fault. So this poor guy is going to spend time in jail
Oh
because
no.
of the law. And that law really, really, really needs to be revised. It's ruining lives left, right, and center. And going back to the last clear chance, anywhere else on that you drive in any other country, this would be deemed automatically as a collision caused by the motorcycle, because the bus has the right of way. Only in the Philippines I've ever encountered the last clear chance trumps that right of way law. It trumps
Wow.
it. And I was
So
just
we're
talking
unique, Tito
to
James.
yes, one of the counselors in the city of Manila just the other day. We were talking about the same thing, because I was trying to see how this can be amended, even if it's not on a national level. Let's start doing. I don't know. I'm desperate already. Just fix it. And she agreed. She said the last clear chance is the biggest problem, because it is the bus that hit the motorcycle. That's how the
Right.
law. Boom.
Well,
So this guy could be coming down the wrong side of the road. This guy could be drunk. This guy could have no license. And none of that matters in the Philippines, because last clear chance is the one they put weight on. And that is just BS, if you ask me. Pure BS.
whew,
Now
there
you
we
get
go.
calm
That was
down.
another one from Tito James. Yes, it's time to revise the law, everybody. And here we go. Our last but not the least, mapapasana all ka na lang talaga kay Toyota. Sana all caring like Toyota.
I've seen this one.
Good
Is this
night.
Philippines
Good night.
or is this Philippines or do you know?
Not quite
Oh,
sure.
well, yeah, this is why this is why he drives a Toyota. Meron pang ano, it goes. There's a series of good nights and good night, good night.
True.
Yeah.
True.
See,
From May, December, and then possibly today, starting a new job tomorrow.
and then
Sana all
this
may ka good night.
yeah, and then this one when it goes viral, I'm guessing Toyota's been getting thousands of messages from people.
That's
You know,
true.
yeah.
Whoever is the social media manager of Toyota, kudos to you guys.
You know what's going to replace this? Chat GPT. You'll be able to chat with no, you can do it now.
That's true.
Chat with the AI, and it's surprisingly humanish, right?
At least they know that they're not chatting with any robots. Anyway, Tito James, that's the last one. So we made it. Woohoo! Hello to Navota City. And of course, again, happy birthday, Pao, and happy birthday, Mommy Charm. Congratulations in advance to our raffle winners. Stay away from kamote people, everybody, but choose happiness instead with some Sugar Rush, who is on Facebook and on Instagram. Please follow my events team on social media, Sugar Rush Entertainment PH, for your party entertainment needs. Or you may shoot me a work-related DM as well. This is Chris Napeñas. Have a fabulous weekend, everybody. Stay safe, healthy, and hydrated. See you on the next one. Bye!
Woohoo! All right, that was Chris with the latest in headlines. And that is, oh, if you like her voice, pop her a message, as she said, right here on her Facebook account, Sugar Rush Entertainment. There's her IG, there's the website. So they'd love to hear from you. It's just the way we like to spread things around. Another way we like to spread things around, and we say this all the time, but there's always new people who are tuned in. It's what we call Free Plug Friday. Basically an opportunity for smaller businesses to advertise what they've got out there without costing them a single cent. And then we get some great finds and discover some awesome things in the process. And for that, we need X, who looks pretty rattled there. Why does she look rattled in the back there? X, what you got in the box?
I think I am on mute.
You're on mute. I want to see if we get feedback this time. If I don't
All right,
get
all right.
Wala naman.
Hello, no feedback so far. So, hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Free Black Friday. All right, guys, feast your eyes on the screen. So, first up, Tita James, what we have is, of course, from Club Ortiga Philippines, because they are celebrating their 8th anniversary this coming February 11th at Great Eastern Hotel. So, how about you give them a shout out, Tita James, because you actually met some of their members before. If you can remember, this photo is definitely pre-pandemic, but they're huge fans of yours.
Well, I do remember them, and so let's make this an official shout out to the Club Ortiga Philippines. You're looking great at 8 there. Wonderful, stronger together. You know what? A car club that makes 8 years is for me a real milestone, because you know how car club culture sometimes can get. So you obviously have a very, very good car club over there. Guys, stay together, keep it strong, keep the fun alive. We need you out there to inject a little bit more fun into motoring. So from all of us here, happy 8th anniversary.
All right. So guys, happy 8th anniversary from, of course, X and Rocket as well. And they're again celebrating their 8th anniversary in Great Eastern Hotel. And for those who are also Ortiga owners who want to be part of the club, you can always check out the Club Ortiga Philippines, and I believe it's on Facebook. So next, Tita James, let's check out that item that's right in front of you. The one is from Gab's Happy Plants, Tita James.
Okay,
I'm gonna whip it out already.
These? What are these?
Oh, hi, Brentco.
Hi, Brent. So what are these?
All right, Tita James. Gab's Happy Plants Macrame. These are actually a knotting technique that can make decorative items. So these guys have been around since 2019, and they offer these local handmade macrame. It's actually French, again, for knotting technique, as you can see here. And they offer items such as plant hangers that can be placed on the wall and ceiling. And what you have there are one of their accessories. And what I have right now is a bottle holder or a tumbler holder. And they come in different sizes. Can you show them what you have, Tita James?
Well, I got one here that's a bottle holder, like a small spray bottle. Yeah.
For alcohol.
Well, not this kind of alcohol, but
Are you drinking? Okay, wow. It's 5 o'clock. Oh no, it's 5:25 already here. It's happy hour today already. It's a weekend.
I don't drink. Yeah, we got this. I don't know what this is, but this looks like it might. I hope this could hold a plant, because.
Oh, actually, that's a bottle bag, Tita James, and it comes in these nice little packets right here. Okay. I will show you one.
Did you say that one of them holds a plant?
Yes, they actually have plant holders, and I'm actually looking for some right now. I don't think they sent one to the studio, but it looks something like this, like for the plants though, except it's for plants, so you can hang them on the wall, ceiling, save space. It has like a bohemian vibe to it, and it comes in different colors and sizes as well. So guys, they actually also do customization, and all you need to do is, of course, send them a message. And for those who are interested, their price starts at 70 pesos for a plant hanger, 80 pesos for the alcohol here. Price starts at 80 pesos for the alcohol bottle holder. And of course, price starts at 208 for the bottle holder. And they also even have crossbody bags that start at 399 pesos. Again, it's Gab's Happy Plants Macrame on Facebook, Instagram, Shopee, and Lazada. So Tita James, let's head over to the HOB. So the HOB means the House of Bagnet, and that's the food that's right in front of you. Now you have some bagnet right there that come in these nice little containers.
Yeah. I just wanted to add before to the House of Bagnet. I just wanted to say what a good use for those bottle holder things, because I was just thinking, how would I use one of those, etc. If you go for walks, long walks. A lot of walk at night, and you bring your water bottle. You don't have to carry it. You just hang it. Yeah. So there you go.
Put them out.
Yeah. So that makes a lot of sense. So
I'm gonna stand up just so people can see like what an example would look like. I'm gonna have to say that it's actually a pretty cool
what do you call accessory? You made, right?
It's handmade. It's cute. And then like yung nga, because I was thinking, where would I use that and whatever? If you go for walks and you want your hands free, which you wouldn't want to walk with your water.
Your phone.
Yeah, you can sort of,
right?
yeah. Your phone, yeah.
And you can hold your dog while you're at it, right?
Put your dog in there. There should be a rocket holder.
There's actually a customized size for rocket. But actually, speaking of which, being handmade, these guys are also helping out the women in their neighborhood. And they're actually putting out other activities for like the women of payatas, those who have who need livelihood programs. They're actually trying to help these communities out so that they actually help people locally and not just, have them made internationally or through China or something. So they're actually doing something great. So hope you guys can support them. I got tired. I'm not used to you not talking too much, Tito James. Why is it like this? Are you trying to start to let me go on my own and free plug Friday? There's no way. Anyways.
Yeah, I think it's a great, especially now that they can see you in two different angles. It's like you have a 2-cam setup over here. You got your back over here. Where am I? There.
They're here.
I'm doing this like that, and then you're over here too. It's weird. It is
weird. It is weird. So
from there. Oh, hi, everybody.
You can't. Oh, Tito James. All right. Moving on, Tito James. Last but not the least, it's HOB or the House of Bagnet. Now, whip out those containers there in front of you. I know you gave some to Rocket earlier. I think I caught you. Him begging, and you snuck a piece out for him. That's really nice of you.
I trimmed the fat.
Of course.
What's this? Is this sisig?
Oh, okay. So they have actually, the base of all of the food that they send is actually bagnet because the couple who owns HOB is actually Ilocano. I think the husband of one of the owners is actually a real Ilocano. So they really bring authentic Ilocos bagnet, and they're located in Project 8 Quezon City. So they sent over some of the best sellers, like the ones that you have there with you is the classic bagnet and the dinakdakan na bagnet. I'm not sure what the dinakdakan is. It kind of looks like a sisig, but they call it a dinakdakan. Would you like to show them what you got, Tito James?
Yeah. Are we doing the sisig or the?
The first one, the classic. Show them what the classic looks like first. All right, so both of them. The classic is the one to your right. Your right hand, the one that your right hand is holding.
Okay. My other right.
Yes, that one.
There.
Would you like to try one and show the audience, tell them how it tastes like? Because I don't eat beef and pork, so too bad for me. Alright, I'm just gonna focus you, put you up on this, Tito James. Go ahead, show them. Please, okay. Is that for Rock? Wait, is it going to Rocket's mouth? No. Okay. Wait, that's going to Rocket. Where's Rocket?
He's right here. Where do you think he is? I think I tilted the thing down.
Rocket, the traitor. All right, guys. So what I have on my hand right now is how is it?
I'll pop this later in the air fryer because it's been in the the taste is really good. I think it just needs a little bit of a few minutes in the air fryer. This will be awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Okay, so apart from what Tito James is eating, which is the classic bagnet, they also have, like I said, other variations. So what I have right now is the kare-kareng bagnet.
Oh my God.
For real. And you know what's cool is they also sent these bagoong. You can't have kare-kare without bagoong. Cannot.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, you sold. I'm like
sold. One more for those people who like bagoong. They also have binagoongang bagnet, and for those who like dinakdakan, sisig bagnet, they also have those as well. So guys, there are different sizes for these. There's of course, I believe there are different sizes from rice meals that starts at 139 pesos. A la carte, this is the a la carte. Prices at 189 pesos. And they even have small and even large party trays that can accommodate or feed or serve, basically, serve up to 15 packs for the large party tray. So hope you can try them out. The HOB or the House of Bagnet on Facebook and Instagram, or you can visit them at their branch in Project 8, Quezon City. Oh, okay, that's a lot of talking for me.
You take a breath, I'll say something. You take a breath there. You get your breath back. That's a new level of fitness right there. Where it's talking, you get out of breath.
It's so hard to be you, Tito James. I can't be. Anyways, go ahead, please.
I was going to say that there's certain foods out there that it's much easier to buy and it's much cheaper to buy. Bagnet is one of those things, because for you to make homemade bagnet, it'll cost you more than it would to buy it, because unless you have a family of quite a few, the process of making bagnet and all that is just laborious. So these are the things that are great to be buying from outside, especially if they're from Ilocos as well. If they're Ilocano and they make good bagnet, which is this is a great bagnet. Like I said, I'm just gonna pop it into the air fryer for just a little while, get that crispiness back up, and then I am going to just. I love how he says he wants to go to vegan. It just sounds so vegetarian, and they're known for their bagnet, but we all know it's right.
Actually, did just someone commented it's putok batok, so I guess that means.
Oh, wait, which is putok batok?
Meaning that's like a term if you eat something that's super like high cholesterol, like chicharon, bagnet, crispy pata. It's like full on putok batok level. So guys, that's actually it. That's all I have, or we have, for today's edition of Free Plug Friday. Stay safe and always sanitize the clockers. This is X. Peace out. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.
All right, that was X with Free Plug Friday, and well, now you can see her there in the background working as well. So kind of makes it really cool to be able to have this set up right now. If you want anything featured on Free Plug Friday, if you think you qualify, and we just leave this as an entirely an honesty system, then pop us a message, send it over there at Deaconitis, because that's the best way to get a hold of us. And X will be reading your messages. Rocket will be filtering them. He's just over here, just keeps doing this. He wants that bagnet. So if you've got something, pop us a message and we'll take care of the rest. All right, well, that wraps up Free Plug Friday. It's now time for everyone's. Oh, what? Can you hear him? Yeah. He's getting aggressive already. He's like, give me some of that pork. Yeah, get some pork on my fork. Oh, he's mad now. All right, so let's take a little breather just to get Rocket to calm down a little bit. And we'll head over to our Ask Me Anything portion. Brought to you by... Are you okay there, Rocket? PETRON! Oh, he's getting aggressive there. You see barking at me. All right, so Ask Me Anything. Let's do this before we raffle off our DJI. Okay, here we go. Rocket wants, he does, man. He really being extra aggressive today. Okay, Richard, great question. Whoop. Okay, that's connected. Man, you should see this guy. I don't know if he's like, where is he? Man, he's just standing on his feet there, like on his hind legs. He's just standing up like that. He's actually like this. You're right there. Okay, Rocket. Enough. We're trying to run the show here. Come on, man. It's a break. All right, so there. Great question. This is Richard, is it? Yeah. Richard, all right. I love my HS. You're right. I haven't done a video in a little while, and I'm sorry about that, but it's actually in the works right now because I've been trying to. Here we go. Richard Echon. I've been doing a video. I've been compiling my ownership experience because I think the next step that people wanted to know was exactly your question. It's like, okay, so when you buy a brand new car first, it feels awesome. You know, you're on cloud nine. You've got that new car smell. It's very intoxicating. You get caught up in the whole emotion, put it that way, and you can overlook a lot of things. So I promise people that after about 6 months of ownership, I would do a long-term review. It's over 6 months now. My apologies for that. So you're right. I've been a little tied up, but I will do a video on it. I'm doing it right now. I'm putting it together about my whole ownership experience about the car, the things I love, the things I'm not so happy with, the things I would maybe change, but there's really not a whole lot. So spoiler alert, I really love the car. I'll tell you why I love the car, because the more I spend time in it, and this is the opposite for sometimes a lot of other cars, is the more time I spend in it, the less novelty I get out of it, and I start getting a little bored with it. What I feel about this car, and this is coming straight from the heart, I really mean this. I use it every day. It's my everyday car now, right? Because I've lent my kicks to my daughter, who's been here for like, arrived here early December, the beginning, and she leaves in Feb. So for 3 months, she's got the Nissan Kicks. And she's been driving that around for her holiday, but she studies in Australia. So that's why I've been doing this car every single day. Now, every time I walk up to that car and I pop open the switch and see the lights go on and stuff like that, I remind myself I really feel like you get the most bang for your buck. Because when you sit inside it, it feels so much more expensive than it really is. And I obviously have sat and driven countless cars from, 1 million all the way up to like $3 million cars I've driven. And so for me to put that into perspective, I think this is a car that has an interior of a car probably almost twice the price. That's how I feel. It's everything. It's not necessarily specific features, because the features are kind of in line with everything else. It's not like overloaded with something that you won't get in any other car. It's just the way they stitch things together, the way it's all put in together, the fit and finish, the quality, the feel, the design. It all adds up to being a very, very special place. Now, you mentioned something about the gearbox. I also felt this in the beginning. It is a DCT, so it is a bit clunkier. Clunkier is probably not the right word, but let's use it for now. You do feel a little bit jerky in first gear. That's pretty much the only time. And that is, for me, a trade-off of having a DCT, a direct dual clutch transmission. It's just a little trade-off, because once you get into second gear and further, then it's fine. Yeah, I've got the paddle shifters as well. It's really fast, right? I mean, when I say fast, it shifts faster than a regular transmission. So I appreciate that. On the earlier part, from the first gear part, and yes, it's a little bit, but I know how to drive around it now. I'm talking from my own personal experience, because I love cars. So I have this, I get in tune with my cars. So if there's I wouldn't call it a problem, but an issue, in this case, the gearbox, I just drive around it. Like, I just lift my foot a little bit earlier, anticipating the shift, and then I just dab it. It becomes like a game for me. And I dab it, and I try to make it a game to make it as smooth as I can. And so far, it works for me perfectly. It's very rare. It's usually when I'm climbing up a steep driveway sometimes. That's the only time that it gets a little bit jerky. That's it. The rest of the time, I've learned to drive around it. So overall, spoiler alert, it's for me a 9.5 out of 10. Bang for the buck, value, etc. And I'm only leaving the 0.5 because, no car is perfect. I can't really think of anything that stands out that bothers me with this car. None at all. Everything has worked the way it's supposed to work. Maybe the 0.5 could possibly be the gearbox, but I've learned, like I said, to live around it, so it's not a problem for me. But I do appreciate that some people would prefer the smoother, traditional gearbox setup. But if you can just drive yourself around that, you've got yourself one of the best, if not the best, bang for your buck SUVs out there. I love it. I love it. I would get another one if I had to. Okay. Ray, I'm not sure if you were here in the beginning part, but I keep saying that this is my biggest pet hate on the road, because it really shoves things right in your face, and it creates this inequality on the road. And the roads should be our most democratic space in any country, because we all share that equally. So it's the same patch of road, from the president to the janitor. It doesn't matter. That should be the most democratic form of space in any country, right? Where we're all treated evenly. So when you get this kind of bullying, when you get this kind of lawlessness and this kind of bravado and hierarchy and misuse of, I wouldn't even say misuse of power, because I believe half, if not more than half, probably 90% of all these jerks are not even VIPs, they're not even half the time politicians. These are just wannabes. These are people who who just put a set of wang-wangs in their car because they just get lost in the wash with every other jerk-off that goes out and driving like an idiot out there. Sorry, I really have no patience for them at all, because I find it so basic and primal that you cannot ask for anything from the people when you have this level of disparity in terms of how you apply the law right in your face. It's so basic, it's grassroots. There's no conspiracy out there with judges and stuff that when you're getting into high level corruption and stuff like that, so much gets hidden that you don't see. On the road, you see it in your face. This jerk is blatantly barreling through a red light, but just because he has a wang-wang, the cops don't just let him through. They end up, they'll clear cars away for it. They don't know who that person is, but that's how intimidated they are by it. It's become part of our culture to actually celebrate this kind of behavior because we associate it with wealth and power. Well, when I say we, not all of us, obviously, but for the people on the road, especially the enforcers, they associate with wealth and power, and they're too scared to stop them. So you have maybe honest enforcers out there that really want to do their job, but they're never going to dare. They're never going to dare stop them unless it comes from the top. So I would urge the president himself to come out and say something. There was one of the few things I really admired or respected when Pinoy came in. And I'm not political, so I'm not getting into the politics of it all. But this particular thing that he did about the wang-wang, I thought was a great move because it solves, or it at least addresses. If it doesn't solve, it addresses the problem at the root cause. You cannot pretend that we have an equal justice system here. You cannot pretend that we're all equal under the eyes of the law when you have this blatant disregard right in front of your face. So to answer your question, Ray, there's not enough words out there to tell me how much I hate these people. Francis, no, I got that idea from you, but I haven't. And you know what? This is probably the only issue I have with the HS now that you bring that up. And I don't think it's even the HS. It could be my wire because it's a USB-A wire and it doesn't make capit sometimes with the Apple CarPlay. So I'm going to try that. Can you just pop me another message of how you got that again? Because that would really help. That would really help, I'm sure. So no, the answer is no. And the second part of that is I would like to get one. Okay, next. The new Toyota Corolla, you're talking about the Corolla Cross. I have not had the pleasure yet, unfortunately, of driving the Corolla Cross. I should, because it looks like a great package. Personally, I'm super happy with the Kicks, because I think the Kicks does a better job of fuel economy, etc. But if you're in it for a hybrid, nobody has more experience than Toyota with hybrids. So I can only imagine that with everything else that they do, plus their hybrid technology, it's probably the best hybrid out there in the country right now. But as I said, I would still go for the EV with the Nissan Kicks, with that gasoline generator. I wouldn't call it an engine because it just doesn't drive the vehicle. It's only there to power up the battery. Okay, in your honest opinion, should an entertainment display system with Apple CarPlay or Android be a standard? Yes, I think it should be. I think it absolutely should be, James, because, why reinvent the wheel? I've said this years ago, but when cars were developing their own entertainment systems and operating systems or working with different brands to help them get their operating systems for their multimedia display, why are we reinventing the wheel? We already have two systems that we know back to front that people carry in the palm of their hand already. They're using 8 to 16 hours a day, and then we're going to teach them a new system just for the car. Why don't you just mirror it? Why don't you just go and go for your core competence, which is building a car, and leave the stuff like that to the tech companies, which already do a better job? So yes, I agree. It should already be standard in every low model car, from low all the way up, because it just makes it so much easier. It integrates our phones with our cars, and because our phones are such a big part of our lives, it makes perfect sense. You've got your maps there, you've got your messages there, you've got everything you need there, your music and all that. And by doing so, you create safer drivers because you eliminate the need to keep fumbling with your phone. I mean, if you can have your messages be read out to you, that's provided you're a good boy and your partner trusts you, because you can get into a lot of trouble with that. You have a new message. Would you like me to read it? no, don't read it. Oh, why? Then that's how the fight starts, right? So if you're an honest person that has no problem with that, go with it. Go with it. I wish they all had it, is what I'm saying. Car cam should be standard. Another thing that I've been fighting for to be standard on cars for a long time. I had a petition going for a few years, but it never quite got to becoming a law, which is, sad, because I think the cost of putting a dash cam in a car, as in built in, like the one that you can't mess with either, it's integrates like a black box for your car, but you got so that way we take away all the he said, she says. It's not expensive. It really isn't. It's negligible, the cost, if the factory installs a dash cam that's integrated into the car. And yet, yeah, it's still not standard in vehicles. I think that would create a lot safer drivers too, because if you knew every car out there had a dash cam as standard, it wasn't a question of if or when or how, and they were always on. So long as the car was on, the dash cam was on. You could even have it when it's parked. But let's just say that every time a car is, and you're in public roads, you would just behave better. I know you would. People would just generally behave better when their cameras are around. I'm only against cameras in private places, but in cars, they're always in public roads. So do we have a right to ask others not to park on the road in front of your driveway, but on the other side of the road? We have a small road here in our area, and it makes it difficult to go in and out of the garage when someone is parked across our garage. Do we have a right to ask others not to park on the road in front of your driveway? Depends where you live, Michael. It really depends where you live. If you live in a gated subdivision, then yes, you can create your own bylaws to say there's one-side parking, and you can do that. But if you're on public roads, like in an open barangay or something like that, then no, you are subject to the local laws of parking and ordinances that are set out by the LGU. So you cannot actually, if it is deemed as a parking space, I see your point. I'm not saying that you don't have a point, but I would think that common sense would dictate, if it's so tight the way you're saying, that the barangay should say no parking here talaga, because it really is just too hard to get out. But do you have the right? No, not personally, not if it's an open, actually even if it's a subdivision. You need to get it done by the association through a bylaw or an ordinance through an LGU. You yourself can't put a no parking sign out there because it's not yours to dictate whether it's illegal or not. So I see your problem, but that's just the way the law works. Yeah, definitely with Bob, because cruise control for me is a great way to solve the problem of fatigue on long drives. Now, we don't normally use it much here, but if you have the adaptive cruise control, you'll find yourself using it a lot more. Adaptive cruise control will just keep the speed of the car in front of it. So it uses radar and LiDAR technology to dictate to keep a certain distance. So if that car slows down, you slow down. Whereas the old-fashioned cruise control, it would just maintain the speed that you set. I think, yes, cars should have that because it's very nice it takes a fatigue, out of long driving. I think that was jumping back on me. So yes, I think they're good. Now, there are local ordinances against obstructions. Please consult. See, you can always make a complaint too, but you yourself, going back to Michael's question, you yourself can't do it, but you can make a complaint and they should be able to hear your case. If it makes sense, why not, right? Just don't go out putting the pot plant or the rubber cone or the whatever blocking thing. Too bad one-side parking is not being, you need a very stern barangay to enforce that. Should we stay away from vehicles that rebuild tires? If you can, yes, because you don't know the standard to which it was done. As a whole, it's not wrong to recap tires. I mean, they do this in other countries too. So it's not like, in Australia, I used to buy recap tires all the time because I was really broke, and trying to maintain any kind of car was really expensive. So I would always go for the recaps. And so long as they're done to a certain standard, there's no problem. The problem I have here is who's dictating the standard. So these things you see so many times, these threads just flying off the trucks, and that's very dangerous. So I would err on the side of, making sure that you go brand new if you can, or even secondhand, but try to stay away from the recaps if you can, unless you're sure of the process. I know it's a dodgy answer, but I just don't want to paint all the recaps with one brush and say they're all garbage, because they're not. Can we discuss about insurance in here, James? We can try. We can try, certainly. What's your question? And do we have time? Because it's 5:53, so we do have a raffle that we need to draw out. Okay, I've definitely got time for this. Hi, Marilu Gregorio. Big shout out to you. Thanks for tuning in. It's good to have you here. I hope you win the raffle too. Okay, shall we do the raffle there? X? Where's that dog? Come here, dog. Okay, let me just get his attention. Okay, guys, attention. There we go. All right, so it's everybody's favorite time. It is raffle time! These stage parents talaga. Oh, did you see him? Okay, this is brought to you by Global Dominion, PETRON, AutoKit, Ogawa, Malayan Insurance, and of course our friends at Skineve. You ready, Rocket? Here's your treat. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Somebody's gonna get a treat. But before that, is there any way we can show the prize, X? Okay, because we have a special guest presenter who is going to be our in-house inboxer for the major prizes. So let's see what she's got in the box there. It's going to be unboxed by Rox. And this is this week's grand prize. Yeah, you're looking so enthused by this all, Rocket. Look at him. All right, so here we go with... we have volume there.
With the DJI Osmo 6, with its sleek foldable design, the Osmo 6 takes your content creation game to new heights, or in this case, new angles. Say goodbye to shaky shots and hello to silky smooth shots. Level up your selfies with features like object tracking and gesture control. Or turn a dull scene into something epic with time-lapse and hyperlapse mode. With countless tools to play with, the Osmo 6 makes the mundane insane. And because it's small enough to fit in your pocket, you'll never miss a moment of action.
And there you have our prize of the week, unboxed by Rox, who will be doing most of our major prizes and showing us what's in the box there. So Rocket, now all that's left is for you to hit that magic button. Let's go. Ready? Aim. Aim. Aim, 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 aim. Unbox that. Josephine Lee Kwok. You can show some excitement. Anytime would be nice. What's that? Oh, yes, of course. You can send a message to Rocket's Instagram over here. You have 24 hours to claim your prize. Rocket will check your message. And if it all checks out, we will send your prize either by grab, or you can come and pick it up and you can meet Rocket and you can meet myself, and you may even be able to meet Rox, who unboxed it as well. So get to meet the whole team here, especially if it's on a Friday. So that wraps up our show for today. Rocket cannot contain his excitement anymore. It's all internal, his excitement. He's ready to burst. Hope you guys have a wonderful, 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 wonderful weekend. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you again next Friday. Be kind and be safe. Bye.
fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile, while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's stop and